Hey everyone, welcome to 1 Cent Sports Cards YouTube channel. Doing a little bit of a different live stream here tonight. Actually gonna be reviewing the new Topps Inception set, which you can see on screen. We will be doing kind of my set guide that I normally do. Normally I do them on the date that the sets are released, but with all the weird stuff going on in the world, I'm a couple days late. I actually had the review ready, and just with trying to get the house organized and kind of redone to where we can work and actually make little classrooms for the kids and stuff like that. I've been a little busy with that, so I'm sorry that I haven't made more content, but I did figure I would do the Topps Inception set guide tonight. KC9, thank you for joining. Zach, how are you? Isaac, good to see you tonight. I hope all you guys are well and safe and indoors. I think now we officially have 1/3 of the country under a shelter-in-place order. So kind of odd, kind of unprecedented, but so yeah, but that's what we'll be doing tonight. We'll be doing the Topps Inception set guide. What I'm planning on doing is actually kind of following along with chat while I do this, and then answer any questions you guys might have about the product. And then at the end of that, I am going to do a personal break of this box, which is the new Topps Inception set. Basically, make a long story short on it, it does come with 7 cards in the whole box. It comes with 1 autograph. It comes with 2 parallels. Zach he would shelter in place if it didn't work every day. I would, if it's possible for you to work at home, you should do that. I am finding it very difficult to work from home while you have kids. That is juggling that. I was actually, my Monday mornings are one of my busiest times of the entire week. I have, as a project manager, Monday morning kind of sets up my whole week. And so I have all these status meetings. And my big status meeting today, right in the middle of it, I'm running this thing and we're all on WebEx and all of that. And my daughter comes in to hang up a picture or a drawing of flowers she had made right in the middle of the meeting and refused to walk away until I acknowledged the flower, said it was pretty. So I got to do that in front of all of my workmates. They thought it was adorable. I was mortified, but it is what it is. And then, oh, that's right, Zach, you actually did. Yeah, well, law enforcement, yeah, you will actually be a little bit, yeah, you're going to be on the front lines of this stuff. But if I went on a walk not too long ago, and if there's any indication, at least in Ohio, there is no one on the roads. There is no one walking around. There was earlier today, but yeah, it is eerie walking around. This whole thing feels like it's out of like a science fiction, like a science fiction movie or something. So, but I do believe that we will get through it. I do believe that we have a social contract to help others get through it. And I hope that, you know, everyone in the card community can stay as safe as they can. So Zach, thank you for being brave and going out there. I do think law enforcement, the longer this goes on, is going to play a more and more important role in keeping order in society, and keeping everyone from losing their minds. So thank you. And we appreciate everything that all of you guys that do have to go out and work, grocery store workers, people that are picking up the trash, law enforcement, healthcare workers, all of those people. If you know any of those people in your life, check in on them daily. Make sure that they're doing okay, because what they're facing is a little bit of a different battle than most of us civilians. So anyways, enough about the Rona. So what we will do is I'm going to get into, oh, so there's a, so you were working at testing, but yeah, you need to stay real safe, Zach. And I hope that they don't, the mask thing is kind of a real issue, I guess, but we'll see. But enough about the coronavirus, or what I have been calling the Rona. I'm going to get started with the Topps Inception review. And at the end of this, we are going to be doing the Sensational Set Ranking. If you've watched any of my other set guides and reviews, it's going to be just like that. The one thing I've added to this review, now that we have a few sets underneath our belt for 2020, I have added this, one component that basically says, okay, so here's all the sets so far, here's how I have ranked them, and we'll see where Topps Inception falls in that ranking. I think we've got 5 major sets that have been released so far this year. So we will, so I'll show you that, and I'll give you the ranking that I have on this. So without further ado, yeah, the Kung Fu flu. Right. So here we go. Let me pull this up. We will kind of get right into it. So here's what we're doing here. And I do have my phone open so I can kind of follow along with chat. Corona's not a bad beer. There is better beers, like the one I was drinking earlier tonight. But then again, I have stockpiled beer. So here we go. This, guys, is the 2020 Topps Inception set guide and review that has the exclusive Sensational Set Ranking at the end of it. And then at the end of this, we will also crack open a box to see what we can pull out of a box. So without further delay, here's basically the stuff we're going to be covering. So this is Topps Inception 2020. We're going to go over some quick set highlights, kind of go over what the set offers. We'll tell you about the different buying formats, what the key cards are that you should be looking for if you get into any breaks or decide to buy a box or something for yourself. Get into who should be collecting this, who maybe should avoid it. Go into a quick overview of inserts, autos, relics, and then I will give you my opinions about what the positives of the set are and the negatives, because every set has both. And that will crescendo into the 1 cent sensational ranking. And even though it's not listed on here, I will show you what the rankings for all of the sets and where Topps Inception lies as a whole. So here are the set highlights. So basically what Topps Inception is it is an artistic rookie and young star auto and parallel driven set. So what do I mean by that? Basically, there's nothing but rookies and young stars in here. And it is not a big like set builder set. There's autos in every box. There's parallels in every box. So it's a little bit of a higher end set. I wouldn't call it a premium set, but it is definitely higher end. It comes with a 100 card base set checklist. And out of that, 50 of them are rookie cards. So 1 and 2 cards in the set are rookie cards. And you do get 1 auto in every box. And by the way, there's only 1 pack in a box. Zach is saying that if I pull a Judge auto, that he gets dibs. Hi, Amy. Thank you for joining. And if I pull any Mariners autos, of course, Shalani is going to be all over those. We did pull a Ken Griffey Jr. out of Donruss auto a few weeks ago. And then the other thing you get in Topps Inception in the box is 2 parallels. So basically what you're looking at is 4 base cards and then 1 auto and 2 parallels. Interestingly enough, so the design on these, this big, bold, really kind of, I wouldn't call it Art Deco, but it's these real bold designs, almost Andy Warhol-ish. It's an artistic design. It always has been. Big, bright, bold colors. And it actually was originally part of the Bowman product line. So that's why it gears itself towards rookie and young stars. So back when it started, which I believe, I forget what the exact year is, but I believe it was 11 years ago that Inception started. It was actually Bowman Inception. They have since switched it to Topps. So in regards to the parallels, there's a big rainbow you can get. There's green, which are unnumbered but limited. There's purple, which is going to be numbered to 150. Magenta, which is numbered to 99. The red parallel, you get down to 75. Then you get to the low number ones, which are orange, blue, and then you've got 1 of 1s of Inception, and then the printing plates, which are 1 of 1, but there's actually 4 because it takes 4 printing plates. So if you pull any of those, kind of a nice hit right there. Buying formats. Topps Inception, you ain't going to find this stuff in retail. It is hobby-only format. So a hobby box, 1 pack, 7 cards per pack. They are going right now for around $74. That's before taxes and all of that. So your cost per card, pretty high on this, $10.57 per card with 1 guarantee autoed and 2 parallels. Now, some people... maybe not a lot of the people that follow my channel, but there are plenty of people out there that will buy cases of this because of the case hits that come in this. So a case comes with 16 boxes, and they go for about $1,200, $1,175 to be exact. So a box at that price will cost you a little less than the $74. It'll cost you $73.43. But it does guarantee that you get 4 Inception autograph patch cards, which is a big deal in this set. The relics and the patches and stuff are really get driven home in this set. You do get 1 Inception Silver Signings autograph card. Those are really sought after. And you get 1 autograph jumbo patch card or autograph jumbo hat patch card. We're going to go into what all those are in just a little bit. So that's kind of what you can expect in the buying format. So here's the key cards. Base cards, look, they've got all the rookies that you would want in there. Sans Luis Robert, he is not in the base set. And really, that's the base set is not really what you're going after in this. You're going after the autos and the parallels. So we'll get right into those. If you get an autographed version of any of the cards listed above, obviously that's going to be a big hit. And although he's not in the base set, Luis Robert does have an autograph in this card. So if you can pull card number RESALR, kind of a very nice card to pull because he's not part of the base set. And it's really Luis Robert's first autographed card. I think he might have one in Topps opening day, but this will be kind of one of his first Topps autograph cards. Again, like I said, relics and auto relics are a big deal in this set. So you've got game sock autos, which are numbered to 25 or less. And if you get the Stance logo, those are 1 of 1. There are book cards in all of these, so or not in every box, but the book cards, the cards that fold out. You've got laundry tag, you've got letter book, you've got the MLB Batterman book, and the team logo book cards. Those are really rare. If you pull one, it is a monster hit. And then you also have the jumbo hat patch autos and the jumbo patch autos, which people will definitely be looking for. And then finally, another book card, the dual auto relics. Obviously, really hard to find. I think most of them are like out of 2 or out of 3, really small, but they do have like a Trout and Ohtani one, which would be amazing. Yeah, Isaac. So pretty much every card is fire. At least half of the boxes. And then finally, the silver signing autos. Interestingly enough, last year when Inception came out, I bought, I think it was 3 boxes total. One of them was gifted to me from my wife. And the one that my wife gave me, I forget if I opened it up on camera or not. I think I might have, but it's possible that I didn't. I did hit a silver signings autograph, and it was Ronald Acuna Jr. It is the cornerstone of my Ronald Acuna Jr. collection until recently when I finally got from Mr. Isaac Flores the Topps 2018 Series 2 rookie card. The bat down. So finally, there is the SP Inception autos. So there's short print Inception autos. So there are image variations in this, and we'll get into that later, and they're all autoed. So again, like I said, high-end set. This is not a flagship set, but that will take us right into, so the question becomes real quickly, who should collect this stuff? If you collect autos, this is a great set to collect. Look, a box is $74. That price here in a couple months may come down a little bit. And if you think about that, that's a relatively inexpensive auto because you're guaranteed to get one. If you can get a box of these for 60, even at $74, if you think about it, if you were buying a box of Series 1 and it was a jumbo box, those were going for $150 and you were guaranteed 1 auto and 2 relics. So if you collect autos, this is a relatively inexpensive auto cost. The other thing, if you like rookie cards, there's 50 of them. Half the set is rookie cards. And it's possible that because you get 2 parallels in the set that you will hit a parallel rookie. So if you collect rookies, a very nice set to collect. And then the other thing, hey, if you like big, bold, artistic designs, I'm sort of a fan of them. Definitely a set you want to look at. You can see that Gavin Lux. That's actually the sock auto at the left, but just huge designs. So that is something that to consider depending on the type of card that you like. If you like relics, there's sock relics, button relics, logo relics, letter relics, hat relics, and most of those are going to come with autos. So if you like relics, another great set to collect. And then finally, big hit collector. The odds are you'll get a good hit if you buy a few boxes of these. So if you like the big hit, another nice set to consider. So that takes you to, okay, well, great, but maybe who shouldn't be collecting this? First and foremost, I would say Hall of Fame player collectors. No retired stars in this set. If you're looking for Ken Griffey Jr.'s, if you were looking for Frank Thomas, Cal Ripken, those people, you ain't going to find them in here. Think of this as like Topps is it's almost a Bowman set. It's inspired by Bowman. And then the other thing, set builders, not really a great set to build if you ask me. The base cards generally don't hold a ton of value over time, and the team sets are, and it's just not a very complete set. It's a rookie card set, not a bad one. The other thing, if you like retail or if you're on a budget, look, it's hobby only. You do only get 7 cards. It's like a $75 box. If you are a budget collector, I would stick with more of the flagship stuff. And then finally, team set collectors. It's just the checklist isn't deep enough. There's actually some teams on here that only have like 1 card in the base set. So I'd stay away from that if you like collecting team sets. And then traditional card collectors. If you love flagship, this is definitely not for you. This is a big, bold design. You can see that on every card that I've got in this little presentation of mine. You ain't seeing a lot of the ballparks. You ain't seeing any of that. It is big, bold, artistic design. And then finally, insert fans. If you like inserts, there's only 1 insert set, and I don't know if you can even consider it an insert set. So if you like inserts, steer clear of this set as well. So speaking of insert sets, there's only 1 insert set, and you tell me, is it really one? Because here's what it is. It is called the Dawn of Greatness Autographs, which basically is established young stars at the beginning of their careers. So, like, for example, that Bryce Harper card at the left, you get an autographed card. There's only 19 of them. They are all numbered to 20. So they're nice hits, but they are basically like Bryce Harper when he was on the Nationals and a rookie. They're numbered to 20. You do get parallels out of them, at orange, blue, and then the Inception 1 of 1. And that is basically your only insert in these. Then, which we get into autographs. Like I said, there's the Dawn of Greatness. We kind of just covered off on those, so I won't spend too long. There's the Silver Signings cards, which are a case hit. There are 40 cards in the set. They are numbered to 100. They are signed in silver ink, and they are beautiful cards if you can get them. There are parallels, which are gold ink to 25, and then gold ink Inception, which are 1 of 1s. Then you've got, we mentioned these earlier, the short print Inceptions auto cards. There's 10 cards, and they're numbered to 10 apiece. So these are variation cards, and they are beautiful cards. So definitely ones that if you get one of these, kind of a huge hit. Then the rest of the autographs are actually in relic form. So there's a lot of them. We'll start with the Game Sock Relic Autos. There's 20 cards in the set. They're all numbered to 25 or less. And they all have a Stance logo parallel, Stance being a sock company, which is 1 of 1. So if you get the logo, that's going to be a 1 of 1. And they're Game Sock Relic Autos. There are Laundry Tag book card autos. There's 14 in that, and they're all 1 of 1. So that's a laundry tag from MLB. We're doing a lot of dirty laundry stuff to begin with, I guess. There's the letter book cards, which has letters from the players and then autos on the other side. Beautiful cards. They're all numbered to 2. There are 16 cards in that set. Next, there is the Patch MLB Batterman book card. So that is going to have the patch basically of the MLB logo. There are 13 cards in that, and they're all numbered 1 of 1 as well. So all of these huge hits going to be real hard to pull. Finally, there's the team logo book cards, which is going to include parts of a jersey or something that will actually have the team logo on it. 13 cards, each numbered to 2 apiece. And then we have the jumbo hat patch cards, which is what you're looking at with the Fernando Tatis card at the right. Those are numbered to there's 38 cards, and then there's parallels of those, which is the Batterman logo. So you can get the hat with the MLB logo on it, the New Era logo, which is numbered to 5, which is what you're seeing, and then the team logo, which is also numbered to 5. Then you have the jumbo patch cards, which are going to be just a jumbo patch of a jersey, bat, something like that. Numbered to 31 cards, parallels, orange, blue, and Inception, 25, 10, and 1 of 1, respectively. And then we've got patch autos, which probably one of the more common ones that you would pull. There's 56 cards. You do get parallels in these. There's the magenta parallel, which is going to be limited but unnumbered. The red to 25, the orange to 10. The button, which would be a jersey button, to 6, and then Inception, 1 of 1. And then you also have dual auto relic book cards, only 9 cards in that set, each numbered to 3. And there are actually a parallel of that with the Inception, 1 to 1. Hey, 3 cards, thanks for joining in. So anyways, what most of you guys might be watching this for, kind of inexpensive to buy into breaks on this, but you'd probably be buying into a case break. If you're buying into anything smaller than a case, you'll probably either be buying a randomized card, or I'm not sure how people would set this up in a break. You might buy a personal box, something like that. But if you can get into a case break, here's the teams I would target. Number 1, the Cincinnati Reds. First of all, they have 2 silver signings, autos that you can get in the case. And there is one dual auto book, which has Nick Senzel and Yordan Alvarez. And on top of that, there are 6 different Aquino autos that you can get in the set. Next would be, surprisingly, the Cleveland Indians. First of all, they got 6 base cards, which is bigger, which is a lot for this set. And they have 22 total autos, 2 of them being silver signing autos. So a lot of different autos that you can get if you get the Cleveland Indians. Then you have the Houston Astros. They have 17 total autos. They have the largest base card set. They've got 9 players in the base set. They've got 4 rookie cards out of those 9 base cards, and 10 different Yordan Alvarez auto configurations. So lots of different Alvarez autos you can get with the Houston Astros. Then the Angels, you can also get 17 autos out of that. 5 of them are Trout autos, guys. And 2 of them are silver signings. And by the way, one of those silver signings is Trout. They also have the Ohtani and Trout dual auto book. So the Angels are a sneaky good one. And then finally, well, not finally, but you also have the San Diego Padres, 7 base cards, 4 rookie cards, 17 autos, and 9 different Tatis autos. So the Padres are a nice one as well. And then you have the monster, which is the Toronto Blue Jays. They have 27 autos in the overall checklist, and most of them are Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero, or Kevin Biggio. So if you get any one of the autos, you're going to be happy with it. And the fact that they have 27 autos, they destroy everyone else with the amount of autos. I think the next closest team is the Indians with 22. So anyways, the Toronto Blue Jays would be another one that I would look into. The Marlins or D-backs, and Zach is right. Small teams always do tend to do better in higher end sets. I don't know why. I've noticed the same thing. So yeah, if you can get them on the cheap, the Marlins or D-backs, because if you hit 1 auto, it's totally right. 3 Cards says he loves this set but can't afford it. 3 Card is a younger collector. If you can get in on the right break, you might be able to get like into a 3-box break or something, get lucky. So anyways, with all that, that's kind of the set as a whole. So here's what I think the positives of this set are. First of all, there's an amazing relic auto checklist. If you like relics, if you like autos, I don't know how you can go wrong with this set. And then the other thing that I personally like, they're all rookies and young stars. Half the set are rookie cards. The rest of them are going to be young stars that have come up in the last couple years. Mike Trout does have he's got a card in here, but for the most part, it's going to be your Tatises. It's going to be basically people that have been in the league 3-4 years or less. And then rookies. And then to be honest, it's a relatively affordable high-end set. It is $74 a box. You do get an auto. You do get a couple parallels out of that. You just don't get a ton of cards. You only get 7. So, but when you think about high-end sets and what the baseball card industry does now, all things considered, there's a lot of sets that are on the horizon that are going for like $500, $600 a box. I also think that this is a better buy than the what do they call it? The archives with like the retired players and stuff. I think it's a better box than that. And those go for about the same price. The other thing is the hits do hold value historically. So if you hit a nice card, it's going to hold value. They're beautiful cards. So if you hold on to them and sell them at a later date or something, they are going to hold value for you. And the other thing that I think is a positive is, baseball was supposed to start this week. And that's kind of why this set comes out this time of year with that name Inception. It's that first auto-driven set from Topps in 2020, which had baseball started this week. This would be a great set to be breaking into stuff, getting autos of the new rookies. Obviously, that's not happening this year, but it is the first auto-driven set. And then the other thing is there are plenty of rookie card autos in the checklist this year. Finally, if you're buying cases, I actually think it's a great case format. 1 in 4 boxes in the case is going to get you a great hit. So that's the positives. The negatives. Oh, look at that. I didn't switch out my opening day. As you can see, I actually copied over. I don't reinvent the wheel. So I apologize for having an opening day card in there. I should have had a beautiful Topps Inception card. That's hilarious. My negatives. First of all, the base set just basically isn't relevant. So when you buy this, I do think you get 4 cards, although they are nice, and you could build the set fairly easily. They don't hold a ton of value. If you wanted to build the set, if you waited 6 months and built it, you could probably get most of the base set cards, unless it's some of the big rookies. Most of them you could probably get for a couple bucks on eBay. So they're not relevant over time. And then the other thing is there's no insert sets. There's maybe the one, which is the Dawn of Greatness, but I think that's just an autograph set. So really no inserts. And then the other thing is some boxes are going to be duds. So when you're going after autos, look, there's a lot of filler autos in there, a lot of rookies that you would rather get a bigger name. So I do think some people are going to open boxes, be a little disappointed in what they get for $74. But the fact that you've got 1 out of 4 that could get you a real nice hit, I think is kind of okay. The other thing is there's no prospect cards or Hall of Famers in here. It does feel like Bowman because there's a lot of rookies and a lot of young stars, but it's simply not Bowman. If you're looking for the prospects and stuff, that's really where you're at. And then with Hall of Famers, there just isn't any in this set, which, as you guys know, it would be nice to see Inception maybe do like a parallel set that had some Hall of Fame autos in there, maybe some image variations, but it's just not in the cards for this set. The other thing, although I kind of like the design, I don't think some people will. It's that very bold, very artistic, definitely not a traditional card at all. And then the other thing is the higher numbered parallels, so the ones like out of 150 to 250, it's nice to get them. And yes, they do hold a little bit of value, but they don't hold a lot of value. Autos are what drives this set. It's nothing else. The parallels, if you get low numbers, obviously they'll hold value, but normally it's the flagship sets where you get the low number parallel. Those are the ones that hold a ton of value because they're really hard to find. So they're not that hard to find in these sets. So a 150, or I think it's the green one that's not numbered, it's not going to hold a ton more value than a base card. They're nice looking cards though. So that brings us to the 1 cent sensational set rating, which is where we rate things on we rate each set on 10 different categories. So here's how Topps Inception breaks down. First of all, The cost, well, let's start with appeal. On the appeal on this, 3 cards touched on it earlier. He may love these cards, but he can't buy into it. It's a little too rich for his blood. And I do think that, you know, with the amount of retail collectors, with the amount of people that like breaking blaster boxes, spend $20 and get yourself, you know, 50, 60, 70, 80 cards, something like that. I think the appeal's a little short on that. But I also think that there's people that collect the rookies, people that do like higher end sets and are willing to buy into boxes like this. So I gave the appeal a 6 overall. The base checklist, I'm going to give it a 4. I like the fact that it's got a lot of rookies and young stars, but at 100 cards, just not a complete base set, not something I would try and build. There's people out there that will try and do that. But really, when you look at the checklist overall, the base checklist is not, it's just not complete enough for a baseball thing. But the fact that you've got the rookies, we'll give it a 4. Inserts, I give it a 1. They barely have an insert set in here. I don't even know if it qualifies as that. I think it qualifies as an auto subset. So inserts get a 1. For parallels and variations, though, the fact that you get 2 parallels in a box, they do have variations. The parallels are really nice looking. And when you think about the autos and the parallel sets that come in that, this thing brings the heat when it comes to parallels and variations. So I gave it an 8. And 3 cards, I will try and put an Inception base card in the 1 cent promo. And then when we talk about the auto checklist, like I said, it's an auto-driven set. And this year, they did get the Luis Robert in there. They've got every big rookie. They've got every big young star. These are the autos that you want. And, you know, especially if you chase autos, some of the rookie autos in here, the silver signing autos are beautiful. So that I give a 9. In regards to pack odds, because it is only a hobby-driven set, it is not produced as highly as some of the other sets. The production's probably a little bit high on it, and because of the fact that even though you're going to get an auto in every one, to get one of those key autos, a little bit of a long shot, but overall not bad. So we'll give that a 6. And then the card quality. When we rip these things open, you guys probably have seen them already, but when we rip them open, really thick card stock. I mean, they are. It's almost like they're printed on plastic. It's so thick. Beautiful cards, beautiful card stock, beautiful printing. Everything about these is awesome. So I'm going to give that a 9. Historical value, Topps Inception, because it does focus on rookies and younger stars, does tend to hold value. However, maybe not as much value as, you know, if you were to hit like a heritage auto or a flagship auto of a big thing, but it does hold value. So we'll give it a 6. And then finally, artistic value, which this is very subjective. I like the design this year. The fact that it's got that kind of, it's very Andy Warholish this year, just big splashes of color. Something that I think the hobby really responds to. I'm going to give it an 8. And then cost value, which a lot of people might think that I'm off on this, but I'm going to give it a 7. If you're looking for autos, the fact that you can get into this for $74 at the time it went, at the time it hit the public, that's not bad for a guaranteed auto and 2 parallels. I get that not everyone can buy into it, so we'll take a couple points off for that. But if you compare this to like Archives, or if you compare it as a set, I think this one's way better than Archives. So that kind of breaks down the 10 different categories. So we're going to add all these up, and it will fall into a 1 to 5 star ranking. And for Topps Inception, what we added up was a final rating of 62. So this is borderline 3-star, 4-star material. And it's... for me, I think it's a set that if you like autos, you should buy a box and see if you can get lucky, if you've got the money. If you buy a box and you don't get lucky, still kind of a fun box to open because you get the parallels, and you're pretty much guaranteed to get a couple rookie cards and whatnot in that. And the cards are beautiful. They're going to be nice cards to have in a set for a long time to come. If you've got the money and you can buy a case, you're probably going to end up getting 4, 5, 6, 7 great cards out of there. A case actually might pay for itself almost every time. But I also understand that some people don't like the design, and I think there are limitations in the base set checklist. I just think the base set, it takes such a back seat to this, that that's where I would give it 3 stars. But if you look at it like an auto-driven set, I would definitely kind of put it more in that 4-star category. So it's kind of riding the line, but officially in the 1 cent sensational set rating, it will come in at a 3-star, almost 3.5. I guess you would call that 3.5 stars, something like that. But it comes in as a 3-star set. So then the question becomes, how does this stack up to the sets that have come out to date? And it actually comes in second. I rated Topps Series 1 when it first came out a 68.5. Topps Series 1, a very complete set. There is something in there for everyone. Topps Inception, really kind of, it's hard to compare it to the flagship set, but that came in at a 62. Heritage came in at a 57. Donruss Baseball, when I originally reviewed it, came in at a 53, and it got knocked for its for the historical value of the cards and the fact that it doesn't have MLB logos. But Donruss Baseball, now that I've opened a few of them, I might put it closer to like a 56, 57, somewhere around there. But when I originally reviewed it, I gave it a 53. And then my review a couple weeks ago of Topps opening day, we were down there at 41.5. So that is where Inception falls in the pantheon of 2020 sets so far. We'll kind of keep adding each set. We got Gypsy Queen coming out this week, so we'll see where Gypsy Queen falls in there. Gypsy Queen looks like it's going to be a pretty fun set to open. So yeah, that is the sensational set guide and review and ranking for 2020 Topps Inception. So let's do this, and let's break a box open and see what we can find in the box sitting here. Zach is saying that he is seeing some fire cases of this. Acuna Vlad, Torres, D-backs booklet, all autoed. And then, hold on. So, wait, 53. Yeah, Isaac Flores is crying over the 53. And yeah, 53, now that I've seen a few boxes, I maybe was a little bit harsh on the fact that they don't have logos. Donruss probably does deserve to be kind of right in line with Heritage. But hey, the numbers are the numbers. And they're my numbers, and they don't lie. They're just really subjective. I like my numbers where they're at. I hope everyone got that joke. Anyways, so 3-card he completed the 2020 Topps Series 1 base set. If you were on the stream last week, I think he was looking for about 160 cards or something like 160 cards left in the set. So he has completed it. So congratulations. Great set to complete. And let's get into this, guys. I have not opened any of this yet. I've been waiting to do this and finally found a good night to do it. I was going to do it last night, but I had 2 fantasy baseball drafts last night, 2 keeper leagues that I'm in. I actually think I did well, but I don't know that it matters this year. Someone took Luis Robert in the, it's 5 keepers, and Luis Robert went in the 3rd round. So I wasn't able to get him, although I had him targeted. So here's the Inception box. I think it's just going to crack open like this. Let's see if I can get odds on here. I probably can't. Here, let's go like this. There we go. Pop that down. It's going to have a hard time. It's in. Come on. Let's get a focus. Try it again. Let's try it again. Man, we're having a hard time focusing tonight. Not sure why. Yeah, and Isaac, with the logos, it does take a hit because on some of the cards, like Abraham Toros is the most egregious, I think. He's just wearing like a white uniform. It almost looks like he's wearing a jail suit. Okay, so here we go. 7 cards. It shouldn't take us long. If it does, it's because I go way too slow. And away we go. Doesn't look like we got a book. I have a patch in here though. Hi, Hobby Searcher. How you doing? This is going to be a base card here. It's Austin Nola. There we go. Nice. Like I said, we've got these very thick cards. Actually have substantial weight to them. Printed real nice. So there's Austin Nola. Here's a Nolan Arenado. I never had a Arenado. Then we've got, oh, nice one, a Ronald Acuna Jr. base. So that's the Acuna base. And let's see, that was our third one. So we should have one more base in here. And it is going to be Dylan Cease rookie card. Not a bad one there. And I think our next one is an auto. So we'll do it this way. We'll go to our parallels, which the first parallel is going to be a George Springer purple, which is numbered 1 out of 150. Beautiful purple there. I don't know if I can pick up that 150. There we go. It is numbered 1 out of 150. So a nice George Springer. Beautiful purple. Oh, and a nice Gleyber Torres green. Now, the green are the ones that aren't numbered. Now, I mentioned this in the set, that these are the ones that you kind of want to stay away from in the parallels, but you're probably going to get one in a box. So this is a Gleyber Torres. That's a nice one. We saw the Dylan Cease, and now for the auto, guys, and it looks like it's going to be, let's see who we get here. It's going to be numbered, and it's going to be numbered out of, look at this. Let's see if I can pick that up. See if I can pick it up. It's going to be numbered out of 20. For some reason, my camera doesn't want to. But anyways, well, let's do it. It is going to be Miguel Cabrera, and it is a Dawn of Greatness auto. So this is a future Hall of Famer, Miguel Cabrera, numbered 9 out of 20. So that is the fire that you can pull out of these. So Miguel Cabrera out of 20. That is a beautiful Cabrera. That is getting in a sleeve immediately. And that, guys, is what a box of Topps Inception can get you. Let me see. I think I have. Nice. This one going to work. Oh, these are perfect for this. So there we go. Miguel Cabrera. Yeah, so this would be... now, that's my question. Is this an insert? It's the Dawn of Greatness. It is the only one that basically... But I claim that this is just an auto set. So that, guys, is the Miguel Cabrera out of 9 out of 20. And then probably the second best card in this box is going to be the George Springer purple, and maybe even the Ronald Acuna base. 3Card wants me to put one of these into the 1-cent card. So basically, a card that you just paid $11 for. Could you make it a 1-cent card? But we'll see what I can do. So there's the George Springer. So yeah, so that is a box of these. I may open another box. I did not buy a case of these. I did buy a couple boxes, but not too many. I like to buy boxes that most people can buy into. See the Dylan Cease, the Acuna. Might give this one a sleeve as well, because anything Acuna apparently is really hot right now. I just want these players to get on the field, so Acuna can keep accumulating stats and working towards his Hall of Fame credentials. So, and then we did get 2 rookies out of here as well, the Austin Nola and the Dylan Cease. So none of the big rookies out of there. But again, not a bad box at all. So, yeah, it isn't. Yeah, the Miguel Cabrera is out of 20. Just a beautiful card overall. Yeah, and all of them, Zach, I think all of them are on card autos. Pretty sure. So, so I do have. Question is do I open up another box now, or do I hold it for a break? I'm probably going to hold it for a break. So that, guys, is the Topps 2020 Inception review and break. I guess we can, if you like, we can hang out for a couple minutes. I do have one other thing I can open. Do some mail that I got from back in the game. I have no idea what's in it. I've been holding on to it for a little bit, so I might as well open it. Let's do that. And we'll see what I got from good old BITG. He sent me this big giant box, which he normally sends us stuff in boxes like this, which I actually kind of appreciate because I recycle them and use them to hold my cards and stuff. I don't know how I don't know how much it costs him to ship this stuff, but this is a bigger box than what I normally get, so I'm kind of curious what is in here. I don't know if he held on to a bunch of cards that I got from him. I don't know what's going on with this thing, but regardless, I figured might open it might open it live and see what I got in here. He has taped this thing up to the 9s. Aha. Oh, okay. So it's not as much as I had thought. It looks like I was buying. Oh, that's right. I bought into my first ever basketball card break. I must have been ill. Because I normally never buy into any other sport but baseball because I don't really collect it. But for some reason, basketball a couple weeks ago, I was like kind of really getting into it as the season was progressing. Let's see if there's anything. We'll just kind of flip through these real quick. These look like they're going to be mainly some Suzuki. See if there's any Yelich and Cini. I do like this card, the World Series champs. Nice card there. It's a nice card there from Heritage. So as you guys can see, I know I've sold into Heritage. I also buy into a lot of Heritage. I can't buy into my own breaks, so I buy into other people's. Then we also got, it looks like there's more Heritage in here and even some Series 1. So yeah, there's no way I bought into all this one night. So I think he's been holding the box for me for a while. I normally try and buy into one of BITG's breaks a week. He's been a big supporter of my channel, so I try and support his as well. Let's see here. Garrett Cooper. Not a lot of Angels in here. Do like that card, the Jackson and the Solaire. Hang on to that one for my Royals fans. Jesse Winker. Strasburg. Irvin. There's a nice Judge. There's a La Stella. Angels one. I do like this Christian Yelich, Marte, and Rendon card. There's Moose. Voltenowitz. Kingery. Mancini again. There, oh, whoops, that. So some Heritage, we'll kind of put that out of the way. This looks like a little bit of a mixer here with some Donruss and Series 1. We've got soaking it all in. Looks like I got the Yankees in a mixer break. Sanchez, Hicks, Mattingly. Saved that one. Got a lot of Yankees fans. There's a Judge. The Man of Steel card, another Judge, Chapman, Cole, Dave Winfield, Severino. Man, there's a nice Glaber. There's Winfield. There's a blue Winfield, like that one. Giancarlo, Ricky Henderson, Judge Diamond King. Man, look at all the Yankees cards I hit in here. Zach's card breaks is probably drooling at this point. See, so then we went to Series 1. It looks like, hey, so for every time you hit the Yankees, you also hit the Orioles or the Rangers. Nice Joey Gallo right there, though. Elvis Andrus, rated rookie Brock Burke blue and base. Nick Solak base. Corey Kluber now on Texas with the Independence Day parallel. Joe Palumbo rookie card. Calhoun, Hernandez. There's Kluber blue. Then we have a random Colby Allard in this break. Nick Solak, the only Topps Series 1 card from the Rangers. So I consider that like a 1 of 1. Joey Gallo, Mancini. Let's see. There's a nice Ripken. Mancini again, Ripken, and Eddie Murray. So that was some Don Russ and Series 1 mixer. Let's see what else we got in here. We've got... oh, that's right. I remember this. So I do not collect football. However, I was in one of BITG's streams. He did a random giveaway, and I hit the random. What he does is makes people guess numbers 1 through 100, I think it is, or something like that. And if you guess closest to the number, you get the card. And so I got a Lamar Jackson rookie card. I have no idea how much this is worth. If there's any football fans out there that can tell me what this card is actually worth, it is a Lamar Jackson rookie wave. It looks like it's playoff, Panini playoff baseball. Really cool rookie card. I'll definitely hang on to that. That's a sweet card. And it looks like there's some hits in here. So we've got the Man of Steel. That is going to be a Independence Day parallel from Don Russ. Amir Garrett, which is a high number, 448. Nice Pete Alonso, peak performer. David Peralta, that's a high number, 452. And Lance Lynn, Diamond King. Not sure. That's a base, so not quite sure. But anyways, he put it in the top loader anyway. And then here's the basketball that I bought in. Here, let's move this box. Yeah, this thing is, I mean, when I hit it, I was like, whoa, that's awesome. I mean, I follow football. I know who Lamar Jackson is. I know he had a great season, and the card collecting community went nuts for him. But I also have no idea how much that card is worth. And he plays for the Ravens, and I live in Ohio. If you guys know football history at all, the Ravens are actually the Cleveland Browns. The crappy owner moved him out of town overnight, so no one in Ohio likes the Ravens. Here is an Evan Fournier. This is Orlando Magic. I forget what this parallel is called, but apparently this parallel is awesome. The checkerboard parallel. Imagine that. And you get these like one in a case, and it's Evan Fournier. So that's on the Magic. Apparently this card's worth a lot of money too. Why I was buying into basketball and getting football cards on BITG, I have no idea. But the other basketball cards I got, I guess I had the Magic, Aaron Gordon, Mo Bamba, Markelle Fultz, Eric Bledsoe. That's kind of a nice one. The Express Lane, Eric Bledsoe again. Giannis, that's a nice one for the Bucks. I'll take that. And it looks like I've got 2 of them. So these can't be worth that much if you get 2 of them in one break. But those are some Giannis cards there. Kind of sweet. And to Kaboom, never ever will say his last name. Then we got Wesley Matthews and Eric Bledsoe. But we'll get back to baseball. The fact that I've got some basketball and football cards on here is like odd to me. Here's another break. This looks like it's going to be Series 1, maybe a mixer break. Looks like there's a couple more top loaders in here, though, so we'll see what's in here. This makes me think I buy into too many breaks. I think BITG holds on to stuff for me for like a month, though. Chapman, that's Sean Murphy, and I think he may not have caught that, but this is actually a Sean Murphy short print. As soon as I saw that card, I was like, that's the short print. So Sean Murphy rookie card short print image variation. It's got the 8-4 on it. So that, in my book, gets a... It's amazing how I know nothing about basketball, and the second I open more baseball, I'm like, boom, short print. So BITG, if you're watching, you missed a short print image variation. I'm going to give you a hard time about that later. So, not really. If I hit another Lamar Jackson, we'll be all good. Looks like I had the A's on this. Begley, Luzardo, Grossman. Basically some more A's there. Did get what I think is a really nice rookie card. The A's 2020 Rookie Stars. AJ Puck, Seth Brown. Rona makes you do some crazy things. Yeah, like buy some friggin', right? Like buy basketball cards. The good news is in my house, there is no Rona yet. There's a Matt Chapman and another one of those, like those cards. Let's see what else we got. I think there's... Looks like I got the Dodgers. Kershaw, Muncy, Turner, Decade's Best. Now, why'd they put Urias in here in this set? In all honesty, I have no idea why he's on the Decade's Next. I get he was an uber prospect and he's great, but he has basically been in the league for 3 years and done not much. So it's interesting that they chose him for that set, outside of a few others that were maybe a little more deserving. Kershaw, Belly. There's the Will Smith Topps All-Star Rookie, like that one. Jed Gurko, Kershaw, Taylor, Moore Smith, Maeda, Beatty, Belly, Pedro Baez, Don Sutton's one-hitter propels surging Dodgers. That's a cool one. I don't think I've pulled that one yet, so that's a nice one. Jock Peterson, Turner, ERA leaders going to the Dodgers. Kershaw, Belly, Turner, Muncy. So more heritage. And then it looks like, to round this out, I've got a bunch of cards that are in top loaders. And this one, starting right off the bat, kind of a nice one. George Brett, 1984. Nice George Brett. Jim Bunning from the Phillies. This is going to be 71 or 70, I'm sorry. Jim Bunning. Nice one there. Here's a really sweet one. Let's get that top load. There we go. We've got Tony Perez, Mike Schmidt, and Dave Kingman. I've got Steve Carlton. Here is this one. This is going to be 1976. Hornet Collections, what's going on? Ante tu yeah, see, I can't even say it. Ante tu Kumpo. Ante te Kumpo. Yep, see, can't do it. It's not possible. It's not possible. So it looks like I hit the Phillies in one of his vintage breaks. There's a nice Steve Carlton, a Mike Schmidt. See who we got on here. Steve Carlton, Jim Palmer. Nice 1977 victories leader. The crazy part is all these guys probably had, yeah, Steve Carlton, 23 wins. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, 20 wins was kind of like the expectation, not the sensational season. But a nice Steve Carlton, Jim Palmer, another Mike Schmidt. There's a nice Pete Rose on the Phillies. It's always weird seeing Pete Rose in a Phillies uniform. And then it's also weird to go, okay, so this is 1983. Pete Rose, even at my age, which I'm 42, it's weird to think that his rookie year was all the way back in 63. But there's Pete Rose on the Phillies, Carlton, and Schmidt. So some nice Phillies vintage cards. And And that is what I got from BITG. And with that, guys, let's see. Let me get caught up on these. 3 cards, loving the Rangers. Hey, Goody G, what's going on? Yeah, so yeah, most of these cards that you see on the table, those were all from breaks over the course of the last 5, I think probably 5 or 6 weeks. We actually already did the Topps Inception. For some of you guys that just came in, I'll show you what we pulled out of Topps Inception. We got a Nolan Arenado. I never had an Arenado. If you guys get the reference that I'm making there, put it in the comments. It's from a movie. I never had an Arenado. Austin Nola. We got the Dylan Cease. We got a Gleyber Torres green, unnumbered, limited parallel. Really cool looking Gleyber there. We got the Ronald Acuna Jr. base. And then we got the George Springer purple, numbered 1 out of 150. So that was the 6th card in Inception. And then finally we pulled a huge auto. It was the Inception Miguel Cabrera. This is numbered 9 out of 20. Let me see if I can get that without my overhead light grabbing it. It's numbered 9 out of 20 right down here. Miguel Cabrera on-card auto, so future Hall of Famer. And this is the dawn of greatness. So this is when he was still on the Marlins. So just a beautiful Miggy Cabrera there. So nice one. So that was the Inception box. So guys, I didn't plan on streaming all night tonight. I think we've got to about, yeah, we're right at about an hour from when I started. So Zach, you have a great evening. I'm not doing a break tonight. There will be a break that I'm announcing tomorrow. A lot of the Patreons have gotten into it, so hit that bell, because if you want to get into the next break, my guess is most people can figure out what it is based upon what's coming out, but I can't tell you what it is yet. What I can tell you is there's only 8 spots left in it. The Patreons kind of gobbled up most of it today, but there should be enough spots for a couple people to get into. So hit that bell when I go live with it tomorrow. If you want spots, I will get you. I will try and get you in. And if worse comes to worse, I think we might be able to do a second break on it. The other thing is all the cards from last week's breaks have been packaged. I ended up having some printing issues, so half of your guys' stuff went out today, half of your guys' stuff is going out tomorrow, but it's all going out. So last week's breaks are definitely going out. By the way, that Miggy, if you sold it, would buy you at least 3 boxes of Inception. Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to sell the Miggy, though. I don't have a Miguel Cabrera auto. That is a nice, I mean, out of 20. I'll be honest, I've always had good luck with Inception, and every auto I get, I've actually kept. I like Inception. My Ronald Acuna, I'll bet you I can find it. That card is never too far. Before I go, I'll show you guys this one card. Because I don't know if I ever showed it on camera last year, but this is the Acuna I hit in 2019 Inception. It's this guy. This card is friggin' awesome. It's the Silver Signings auto. It is numbered 39 out of 60. So I've been hanging on to this one. I have no idea what this card is worth right now. You could probably get well into the well, my guess is you could probably get around 150 to 250 for it. Somewhere around there with the right buyer. But I'm not selling it. I do collect Ronald Acuna Jr. So this is my Inception Acuna Jr. card that I pulled last year. So I do think that the Miguel Cabrera is a nice little addition. not a big Miguel Cabrera collector. I think it's sad that he should just retire. I really do think that. But he's faithful to those Tigers, let me tell you. So anyways, that's my Ronald Acuna. Yeah, that silver on black, exactly. Huge, nice auto there. It's kind of the centerpiece to my Acuna collection. Except for the one that Isaac gave me, which is, oh wait, no, that's the bat up. I'm looking for the bat down. They're right next to each other now. That's the bat down. But I do have, the bat up is not a bad one. That is a PSA 10 bat up Acuna from Update. I do like that one as well. But it's tough to choose between which one I like more. This one? This one? This one? This one? Either way, I like both of them a whole bunch. I think the fact that it was harder for me to get the bat down and the story that I have behind it, that with the connection to the card community, it's probably the bat down. But hey, what do I know? I'm trying to think if I have any other, trying to think what other Miguel Cabreras I have. I do kind of have, like, it's funny, I normally don't pull this box out, but when I get cards that I say, hey, I just want to hold on to that, I guess you would call it my PC box. But my PC is a little bit bigger, and I PC sets more than I do cards. But I do have my PC set right with me, right when I, just where it sits in my card lab. It's kind of right underneath the table here on a shelf, so it's easy to get to. Yeah, the Miguel Cabrera probably does belong in a one-touch. And I probably do have the right size Cabrera. Yeah, Zach, normally the one that you pulled in a pack does have higher sentimental value, but the fact that if the story behind the bat down is a great one. Me and Isaac were, I don't know if all you guys know him, but El Canon, who does streams. This was probably, gosh, about 6 months ago now. We were in a stream of El Canon's, and El Canon was streaming with Urban Card Breaks, and they were kind of doing a dual stream. I was in Urban's, and El Canon was doing his, and I think Isaac was in there. But they were both opening boxes of 2018 Series 2, and I think they were selling stacks at a time. And Isaac, I don't know if Isaac is still here, but Isaac can tell you. So anyways, he bought a stack from El Canon, and I bought into a stack from Urban. They were selling them for the same price. And in my head, I was like, I want to buy that stack from El Canon, but I'm kind of more loyal to Urban Card Breaks. And so anyways, I bought it from Urban, and then Isaac hit that, and I was really happy for Isaac because Isaac deserves it. And Isaac and I have gone back and forth. He has sent me stuff. I've sent him stuff. I have a whole video where he's got 3 sons. We did a thing where I sent them a Pokemon tin, and we kind of did. So there's a whole bunch that there's a whole bunch of history there. So it was awesome that Isaac got it, and Isaac sent it immediately to, or let El Canon send it immediately to PSA to get graded. So El Canon got it graded for him because El Canon, I haven't seen him on a lot of streams lately, but he was doing bulk submissions for people. I don't want that responsibility of cards on my head, so I don't do that for people. But so anyways, he sent it, and then the card was like gone for like 4 months. I mean, it was like, hey, El Canon, when you getting that card back? And every once in a while I'd see him and I'd be like, have you got that back? And he finally got it back, and it came back in 8. And then Isaac emailed me about it because he knew that I had been waiting to see what it graded out as. And then And so a couple of weeks went by, and then Isaac said, hey, if you guys know, he emailed saying, if you guys know anyone that might want this card. And I said, yeah, I'll mention it in a live stream. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, I stinking want that card. So I was like, I'll tell you what, man, like, let's make a deal for this. I think that'd be awesome. And he struck a good deal with me, and was fair to me. And I hope he thinks I was fair to him. But so that card went from Elkanon to Isaac to me, and it took about a 6-month process. I think it's found a good home. So anyways, yeah, there's a great story behind that card. I watched it get pulled in a live break. It went to PSA, it went to someone else, it's in mine. So I know like the whole history of that card. So that one might have more sentimental value, but the other one is autoed. So there is that. Also, that right, Isaac, you're right. That's what it was. You were in Urbans, and I think that's what it was. Is like I think I ended up getting like the last stack or something, and then so you said I'll go into. It was me or someone else, but you said I'll go into Elkanon's, and then you got it over there. It was a wild night. That was a fun stream. That's one thing I love about this community. You watch some streams, and you know most of them are kind of undescript, and they kind of go, you know. They kind of go and they happen. Sometimes people hit big cards, sometimes they don't. And then there's other nights where there's some streams that you just kind of remember a few months later and you go, that was actually a really fun night. That was one of those nights because everyone in that live stream was going nuts over that card. I also remember on one of my other favorite streams that I watched, I think was Urban as well. I don't know if Isaac was in this one, but he probably was. But on December 23rd, 2019, it was the day before. It was the day before Christmas Eve, and of course, no one had to work that day. But hey, people got church, people got kids, people got parties and stuff they got to go to. But we ended up keeping Urban up. I don't know what time because I ended up falling asleep watching the stream. I think I fell asleep at like 3:30 a.m. But I know he went after that. I think he was up to like 4:30 breaking cards for people. That was a really fun stream that night too, because I do think that half of us maybe had been drinking more than a little bit of eggnog. So that was a fun one. So, but anyways, I'm rambling, guys. Yeah. So Isaac, I've got it. It is in basically what I would call the PC box of cards. With all the other Ronald Acuñas I have, but outside of that auto, that one definitely is the crown jewel of the Ronald Acuña collection now. So thank you. And with that, guys, break announcement coming up tomorrow. Patreon members know about it today. I think there's only 8 spots left in it. So when you see the thing come out tomorrow, definitely be on the lookout for it. And if you want in, you'll probably want to let me know as soon as possible, because my bet is that it's going to sell out pretty quick. But I may be able to get a second break, so don't worry about it too much if we don't get you in. Let's see, other things, 1 cent cards. Well, I got to still choose them this week. I'm a little behind. I'm still trying to figure out my new schedule now that I'm home all the time. You would think I'd have more time to do this. I have like way less time to do it now that my routine's been all screwed up. But anyways, other than that, I hope you guys are heeding all the warnings, staying healthy, washing your hands, stay home, organize your cards, watch YouTube videos, be with your family, stay safe. And then, because I'll be honest right now, you don't want to catch this stuff right now. There's no testing. If we can just make it a couple months, let manufacturing happen, we'll all be a lot better off. So just heed all the warnings, and hopefully we can all get through this and out to the other side and get on with our lives. But until then, just exercise patience, be calm, be cool, be collected. And with that, guys, good luck on all of your pack rips that you've been doing. And thank you for watching the stream and watching the set review tonight. And I am going to, let's see, the ultimate card in the 1 cent PC box. I was going to sign off, but I'll answer that one question. The ultimate card in my PC box. I don't in all honesty, it's the ones that have stories. It's you probably think I'm crazy, but you're probably gonna think I'm crazy, but it's gonna be, and it's not in that box below, but my favorite card that I have is the Mark McGwire USA card. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's 86 Topps. And it's the USA Olympic team. It might be, I'm pretty sure it's 86. But it's the Mark McGwire. And that's because when I was a kid, I loved Mark McGwire. When I look at collecting, I remember collecting as a kid, and I loved Mark McGwire. Even though I was an Angels fan, you'd watch the A's come into town and beat up on what were really subpar Angels teams at the time. And Mark McGwire with those, and all the baseball cards that were coming out, the Walter Ayos card, I think that would have been 90 Upper Deck Mark McGwire. That's a really cool card where it's just showing his muscles. I mean, the card is worthless. There's a bazillion of them, but definitely that one. A lot of my Tim Salmon cards, I do like a lot of those. I have a Wally Joyner rookie card. Wally Joyner, I think, was a rookie in 86, if I'm not mistaken. So I would have been about 8 years old, and Wally World took over Anaheim. And I remember you would go to the base. My dad would take me to the baseball stadium. People would go nuts for Wally Joyner. And with a name like Wally, living in Orange County, California, I mean, the sensation that was, the first real experience I ever had with a rookie sensation. So I do have a graded card of his from 86. The thing is probably worth about $5, but those are the cards that I look back on. Out of the newer stuff, there's the newer stuff. It's weird because I do collect it. Fernando Tatis, I really like Fernando. Obviously, Mike Trout. I have a lot of different Mike Trout cards. The fact that I have 2 Mike Trout autos, one of them I just posted a video. I had one sitting up there that I had totally forgot about. So I only have 2 Mike Trout autos. I did not collect back in the early 2010s. So I should have known better when Mike Trout came out to get a card, but I did not. I'm like a lot of other people. I collected. I got into my 20s and said, I'm too cool for school, and stopped collecting, probably because I had started buying more beer and couldn't afford it. But then once my kids were born, I kind of started collecting again. So really kind of back in 2015, 16 is when I picked back up. But had kind of left it from, like, I don't know. I left for about 15 years. So, and 3 cards, I will check my email. So with that, guys, that's the cards that are kind of in my collection. Well, those are some of the cards that I like in my collection. So with that, guys, yeah, be safe, like I said, and then we will 2 more than I have. Yeah, well, Zach, actually, to be honest, you can find Mike Trout rookie cards, depending on which one you're looking for. You can find, there's plenty of Mike Trout rookie cards that you can find for $10, $20, $30, $40. If what you want to say is just you have a Mike Trout rookie in your collection, that's actually not hard to do. It's the ones that are really popular that are really expensive, but there's plenty that are less popular. It's not an impossible rookie card to get. You can get some of the ones where he's on the Colonels for, yeah, I mean, a lot of those go for 10, 15, $20. So yeah, but the Heritage one that I got, that was a pretty nice one. I'll definitely take that. That ended up in a 1-touch for sure. So, all right, guys, with that, have a good night. I will talk to you soon. We're doing the live break on Thursday, so be on the lookout for that announcement tomorrow. And with that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good, take care.